back again.
Yay!
Maya and Maddie.
Yeah.
That sounds like some kind of TV show.
It sounds like a
No, Maya and
Disney
Maddie.
show. I actually think, wasn't that like, is Liv and Maddie? That was what it was because of my extensive knowledge of Disney shows.
All right. We all have our weaknesses.
It's true.
So this is a costume gathering for the theme of tragedy. I'm kind of a
my
funeral
scarf.
going thing. Yeah,
I got a scarf. I took it off.
it has
It's warm in here.
skulls.
Yeah. So pretty.
Anyone else dress up?
I hope so.
Yeah, dress up with us. It's awesome.
You can tweet your costumes to us at NaNoInterns.
Oh yes, I'm so
We'll
interested
retweet
in
them.
seeing all of this. Yeah. But my jacket is awesome. I love this thing so much. It goes like all the way to my ankles.
It's really cool. Like,
Cool.
it's awesome.
I will stand up for
Yeah,
just a moment.
show-
It's
show it
like
off.
seriously.
It's like velvety. I don't know if you can see that on
Yeah.
there, but it's really nice. And she's a nice fascinator too. My only fascinator is like bright yellow, so I didn't wear that today. So I have my scarf. All right, so if you haven't joined us before for a virtual write-in, what we're gonna do for the next hour is give you a whole bunch of really fun prompts, which you'll already see in the description of the video. And you don't even have to stick to the prompts. It's just like a way to get you writing. Do what your heart tells you. Do what your characters tell you. And just hang out with us for the next hour.
Also, for those of you who didn't know it was a costume thing, we literally came up with this idea on like Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
and
don't even
tweeted
worry.
about it a
If
little,
you're, like,
and I
not
think
a
it got
costume.
sent out on the Camp News thing, and that's it. So this was sort of a spur of the moment thing.
You can always like write yourself
Yeah.
wearing a costume.
A Tuesday spur of the moment. So that's probably why you didn't hear about it.
So also feel free to just like talk in the comments. You might get mentioned.
Oh
tell us
yes,
your
we want
workouts,
to hear all the things you have to say.
everything.
All of
Literally
them.
everything.
All right, well let's get started. So
Woohoo!
as we mentioned, the theme is tragedy. This was my idea. I have a morbid sense of humor. Yeah, but so
So what do you write
oh yeah,
about
and
tragedy? in your-
Blobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing some comments for Blobby. Here's Blobby.
This is Blobby. I didn't know this was Blobby until I got here, actually.
Yeah, Blobby is too happy for tragedy, but we have him here anyway.
He's our pal. So what do you usually write in regards to tragedy in your story?
So I am incapable of writing happy endings. The best I get is bittersweet. I don't think I've ever written a single story without a major character death.
Oh my god.
Sometimes the main character,
Oh my god.
often the main character.
Oh god.
This is also why I don't tend to write in first person.
See, I like writing in first person because I usually I'll have tragic things happen, but it's like 99% of the time a happy ending.
No, I
Some
have
really
to
sad
have
things
all
happen.
the tragedy. But I made the mistake of trying to have the main character die while writing in first person once, and it was
God.
just.
How do you continue off of that? You just,
I'm never doing that ever again. I was like 12.
Oh my god.
I didn't even consider that. There's a phone going
There's a
off.
phone going off.
I don't know why.
Sorry. Technical difficulties.
Kind of. Not with this technical.
We're gonna let it go.
Yeah. We apologize.
Yeah. I don't think there's anyone downstairs right now. Yeah.
All right,
So
it's
don't
done.
ignore that.
Okay. Oh, it's frozen.
Oh.
Shoot. All right,
it's going
all right.
again.
It's not frozen anymore. Great.
We got it.
All right. So for our warm up for tragedy.
Yeah. Okay. So we are gonna do 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And your warm up is the straw that broke the camel's back. What happens when your character reaches their tipping point? It can be an event that happens. It can be after the event. Whatever you would like. And it's gonna be 5 minutes.
So just a little thing that is just suddenly too much. You know, they're having a really bad day and their phone drops the signal in the middle of a call, or they drop their ice cream, or they stub their toe, or just, that one last little thing that they cannot handle. Fun. Yeah. All right, so
Alrighty. Starting now.
Great. Someone say they're still frozen.
Oh no. Maybe they're a couple seconds behind.
And I think they're just refreshing.
minute.
All right, we're down to like 20 seconds, so wrap it up. Ta-da. Did that sound angry to you?
What?
I swear, when I feel like 20 seconds, it sounded almost angry to me.
I did not mean to sound angry.
All right, time. So that is 5 minutes. How did the warm-up go? Word counts, prompts. I did like no writing. Yeah.
I did a little bit. I'm like writing about a character who like is determined to stay lost. And she can't stay lost. She fails miserably.
I know that feeling.
How'd all of your tragedies go? I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see word counts 150. Nice.
Ooh.
185.
These are good.
100. Love all of these. 283. Yo. That's good. Wow. That's kind of incredible for 5 minutes. Ooh. Now they're coming in fast. Oh my God. I love all of these. Send me more quotes. I see lots of word counts and they're all incredible. But I want to see quotes.
I'm seeing a few. And of course, like the prompt, they are often sad. Like the one about the parents and about how wanting to say goodbye to them because they're probably never going to see them again.
Oh God.
Oh, my heart. I'm one of those people who love writing tragedies but can never read them because I just get too many feelings. Yeah, no.
Everything I do for my to my characters, I'm like, I would hate to read any of this.
Oh, yeah. I write all the things I hate actually reading. You know, failed, tangled relationships, complications,
Lots of
awful,
murder.
terrible tragedies.
There's a lot of murder going on.
Angst.
Which Potter Puff Bells is that from? That's from Potter Puff Bells. The angst.
No clue.
I think it's from the Teenage Angst one. But yeah, ooh, more quotes. Rad.
Ooh. Let's see. He heard laughter from somewhere down the tunnel. The sound was disorienting. For a moment, he was as blind as his eyes. Huh. She overreacted. Oops.
I like that combination of like humor and tragedy. I think they work really well together, and I think it like catches people off guard a lot, which like is why they work so well together.
Oh yeah. Well, what's that one thing? Humor is just tragedy standing on its head with its pants torn.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. They're related. It's funny how it works. His eyes looked shattered as if a long closed scar had been carved open with a burning blade. If she had known less of him, she would have said there were tears in his eyes. I love that. So you can do in 5 minutes. This is awesome.
Oh yeah. Some people said that it was the natural consequence of flying too close to the sun.
Icarus.
Yeah, that is like my favorite Greek myth, by the way, like seriously, so kudos, all the kudos.
I just reread the 4th Percy Jackson book, which like has Daedalus and Icarus. And so like it's very fresh in my mind right now.
Oh yeah. Or, I got my axe the day I decided to harbor a criminal. That sounds like an interesting story. All right, so are you guys ready to start the next prompt?
Hope so.
Yeah. Everyone good? Let's see.
What's your eulogy one?
Oh yes. So this is the prompt is literally write a eulogy. That is the entirety of the prompt. So some things to keep in mind for it. How is your character remembered? How does the character giving the eulogy choose to represent them? And what aspects of your character are emphasized and which ones are glossed over or forgotten? Personally, even though it's really morbid, I love writing eulogies for my characters, even when they don't die in the story, because it lets me know my character better. It lets me know the person who's giving the eulogy better, and it lets me know about the relationship between them. So it's a really great just character building, getting to know them exercise. This is why all my characters have eulogies, sometimes more than one. Granted, I often kill them anyway, so the eulogies get used.
So it's worth it.
Yeah. Seriously, some of my favorite things in my writing are eulogies. I should like make a living out of this.
I bet you that could be a job.
Yeah.
That could be a job.
Maybe.
A new startup.
Yeah. All right, so the eulogy is, the speech that someone gives at a funeral for the deceased. In memory and all that. Someone asked. So, just to clarify.
You ready? You ready? Okay, we're gonna start
Now. Yes. Yeah, I have like 6 eulogies for my characters. What am I gonna write a eulogy for?
a new one or somebody's pet.
I want to get my characters can have pets.
Oh, that's sad.
One of them can turn into a wolf.
Oh, that's cool.
I just like follows and run around all the time. By the way, the prompt is 10 minutes, just in case we didn't say that earlier. So it turns out I do have a story where I don't have a main character death. Oh, the one I'm writing now, she just, falls through a dimensional rift, likely never to return. Functionally the same.
It's suspenseful.
Yeah. So 4.5 minutes.
A little over halfway.
A little over halfway.
Keep going.
Yeah. I don't know how to say that, but Arwa Feroz, I think. You can totally write a song if you want. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sounds cool. Prompts are suggestions, mostly to inspire you. If they inspire you and totally something different, take it.
Also, if you guys are like joining late, yo, that's totally fine. You can join late, leave early, stay the whole time. You can also watch it later. So like it'll be on later if you're like stressed out about other things too. One minute remaining.
Nearly done, guys. Eveline Van Murk, I'm so glad that the prompt inspired you. That's great. That would be a really interesting conversation. I feel like I should start asking all my friends what they want people to say at their funerals. All right, that's time. So send in your word count, send in your quotes. Man, I wrote this sad thing about the character who fell through a dimensional thing. It's her best friend, kind of like he never doubted her capabilities come back if she wanted to. It was her will. Yeah, there's a lot of things in that one. Also, I have a line that I love from a different eulogy for a different character. It's she was brilliant and bright and beautiful and without equal, and for all the world is a safer place without her in it, and has lost a fair dose of cruelty. It is a dimmer, tamer place too, and has lost an equal amount of kindness. Oh, I like that one.
I saw earlier, shout out to my little sister from my sorority, Pia, SU girl. She says, all caps too. I'm writing a eulogy for John Lawrence in Hamilton, who broke my heart when he sang, "Tomorrow there'll be more of us." And I just love you. You're wonderful. Keep writing, girl.
Let's see. So I managed 162 words. You?
I'd probably like 30.
It's okay.
I do more thinking than writing.
Yeah, no, that's the kind of prompt this is. You think a lot more than you write, which is interesting but nice. Ooh, I like this one. Lie 13. Who can sum up a life with words? Who can put love into an adjective and soul into verb? I am not worthy to speak of his life, to speak of him.
I literally was just about to say that one. I like that one too.
That's really great.
Look at these word counts. 300.
404.
404. Yo. 366. I wish you had known that life would have gone on. You're my best friend and the friend who knew all my secrets. I just saw one of that Tom Selleck mustache like flew past with all these great comments.
Oh yeah.
But yes, Tom Selleck mustache.
These are awesome. So, do you guys want to move on to the next prompt now?
You can keep sending in your quotes.
Yes, please
too.
keep sending them in. We like seeing them.
Even during the writing, if you like feel kind of stuck, just like
oh yeah,
pop a sentence in there. Send
oh
to
yeah,
us.
definitely. We want to see all of them. We will like hoard your words into our little dragon pile. It's gonna be great.
All right. So I'm gonna move on to the next one.
All right. So has anyone in this seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? You've seen it, right?
Yes, I've seen
Right.
it.
So this next prompt is kind of based off the cabbage guy.
My cabbages!
Right, it is the idea of flipping perspective. Because if you get on a big enough scale, all tragedies are tiny. And if you get on a small enough scale, then all of them are major. So, much like the cabbage man, who his tragedy of constantly losing his cabbages, like all the time, seriously, that guy had the worst luck.
Oh
And
my
he
God.
traveled everywhere.
And then he like created a corporation out of it, and like just like my favorite like part was in Korra when like Cabbage Corp got like destroyed.
Yeah. My cabbages, yeah. But so you know, the Avatar, us, all of us, is kind of like that's a tiny thing in the span of things in the world in the 100-year war. But to him, he gets really upset about it. He demands their execution at one point.
Yeah, he does.
So that's the idea. Take something that's either a small tragedy to your main character or a large tragedy to them, and then show a different perspective of it. What does someone else see of that tragedy? How does it affect them on a different scale? So this is going to be 10 minutes?
Yes, 10 minutes. I think another word for this prompt is, I think it's saundering. Like you like see a person who you kind of just like walking past and you think, oh, like what has their life been like? I think it's saunder. I think. I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, you go for it. And we're gonna start. Now.
Yay! Killian G. Mack, I'm glad that the warm-up prompt has given you so many ideas. It's totally okay if you don't do this one. But yeah, we're glad that the prompts are inspiring. That's what they're for. Also, Chelsea and Megan, yes. All the time. Yes. Julia, I love that. You call that a lake, she asks? At best, it's an optimistic pond. That is just called optimistic pond.
I love that.
That description is never going to leave me ever. Okay, Catherine Cross. Narice's brows knitted together as if her father walked away, confused as to why she had the urge to smother him with her corset. The imagery. It is beautiful. Oh, that's pretty. Laura, Gledhill? The thing is, I said, I hadn't expected to find in that night so much I hadn't seen before. I like that. So about 5 minutes, guys, just under, so we're about halfway done. Optimistic pumpkin. I keep thinking about him giggling.
It's great, right?
Yeah. All right, 40 seconds. Menacing ghost. Also, yes. Well, I'm not actually sure if that's Tim laughing in the background.
It is
but
Tim laughing.
Okay, it is Tim
He's
then.
downstairs.
Yeah. So that is not your imagination. You're not being haunted. That is
This
actually.
will be a good haunting theme though. It would be.
Man, we totally should have gotten someone to do something like that. It would have been awesome.
Play sound background.
Man, why didn't we think of that earlier? Like on Tuesday.
There we go.
End. Everything is done. Yeah. Oh man, I have this one line that I love. It's it seemed like the sunlight had dulled, the air had stilled, the colors had bleached away a little to go with Elfric.
Yeah. Really cool lines. I like writing dialogue a lot, so like all of my writing
I hate
currently
writing
is just
dialogue.
like dialogue.
I hate writing dialogue. I do description stuff, but all my dialogue comes out awkward and awful. I also have trouble transitioning from my long scenic descriptions into, oh, and then this person said this.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm terrible at it.
Yes, that's something you just like practice.
Yeah.
Look, so I see word counts coming in. Word counts. Word counts. Woo!
173. Yay.
50.
Okay.
Don't say only.
Random gal.
Got 62 words.
Random gal. I've raced against everyone here and I've come up on top. I just want to see if I lose or win to a dragon. Dragons make everything better. Dragons make everything better.
Dragons make everything better.
I was kind of under the impression that Floppy was a dinosaur.
Oh, he has pointy teeth though. I guess
so does
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs. Oh man, speaking of which, has anyone heard of
it's
the
not
Draco Rex Hogsworthia?
No.
It's a new type of not dragon. It's a type of dinosaur they discovered. It has a lot of ridges. They thought it looked like a dragon, so they named it after Harry Potter. And I told my parents about it, and they're like, Maya, that thing could never possibly exist. Clearly, you're falling for a hoax. And then we went to a museum, and it was there.
Oh my god, what museum?
It was in the Black Hills, like South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they had a cast of it, and they had like the thing, and I am validated. I am so validated now. Draco Rex Hogsworthia exists. I was right.
That's so great. Also, in other like things, there's like a Jack Frost staff, but like I don't think you guys can see it.
You want to grab it?
I'm gonna grab it.
Why do we have that? That's
I
so
love
cool.
it though. But like I saw this and
They can't see the top. They need to see the top. There it is.
there we go. See, it's Jack Frost.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, by the way.
Okay, so we got a little distracted there. Sorry.
It was a necessary distraction. Bobby appreciates it. And okay, Bobby's a T-Rex. I got you. Bobby should have a dragon friend because he doesn't have wings, so that makes him not a dragon. But his little face.
And he's too fat to be like an Asian one. Those look like the Eastern, because those are like
he
the
probably
long.
wouldn't be able to fly.
Yeah. And they have the mustache things, the whiskers.
That's true. Let's see here. I like this one. Wait, come back. You, the biggest personification of the elitist and self-preserving, plan to approve such an abomination. I love the voice in that. Voice is one of my favorite things to perfect in writing, because you can get like really sexy lines.
Oh. Your dialogues that actually worked for me.
There you go. All you gotta do is practice. That's why we're writing today.
That is why we're writing. Enough practice, I'm sure that someday I will master dialogue.
All 4 elements.
Until then,
Become the avatar.
yeah. Until then, I'm just gonna have to stick with my long scenic ramblings.
Yeah. That's second best, right?
I just really great surreal stuff like that. You know, just no dialogue and the observation.
Yeah.
That's sometimes fun. It's hard to write novels like that, though.
Yeah, you need
Talk.
sometimes more. There's a lot of famous authors who just write description though.
Well, yeah, but I tend to write the ones where they actually interact in real time, and for that I need conversations.
Yeah.
It's very hard. My life is difficult. Everything is terrible. The world is sad and lonely.
Tragic. All right, should we move on to the next one?
We have what makes us believe in this old saying that opposites attract. I like that. All right, so yes, we should move on to the next one probably.
Okay, this is worst case scenario. What's the worst possible ending that your story or your current scene or a scene that you really like want to continue writing or a new scene could possibly what could possibly happen that's like the worst ever?
Yeah. So your main character fails, your bad guy wins, the world is in turmoil, everything everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong. Absolute worst possible scenario.
And I always feel like I don't know how many people watch Flash, but like Flash does this really well. But they let bad things happen like immediately, and they kind of move on from there. And it really like freshens up a story, and it makes it new, and it really helps you avoid cliches.
Yeah.
And it kind of like gets you to new places with both the plot and your characters.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. But in this case, we're asking you to make your character lose them all.
All of it.
All of it. Have fun with that.
All right, so this is gonna be another 10 minutes. And we're gonna start now. I like how like everyone is like the worst possible stuff has happened. Make it worse.
It can always get worse until eventually you hit that area where it's sort of like you're cycling between two different possibilities. Like, well, depending on the perspective, one of them is worse than the other.
Exactly.
They can always get worse. Always. It's like numbers, right? You think you have the biggest one and then you add one.
Add one.
Yeah. Also, you can write this from perspectives other than your main character. You know, the villain has won. Well, not run. And maybe the villain runs.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe that's the worst case
how
scenario.
How do everyday people live after the worst possible thing has happened? Defenestration nation. Yes. Worst case scenario. The author dies. Yeah, pretty much.
I read a fanfic like that once. That like some famous author had like stopped writing like their really long popular series, and this person like went into the series and like rewrote it, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was great fanfic.
Yes. Also, Julia, I'm sure that if the villain's super out of shape, then yes, running is one of the worst case scenarios. But seriously, that was, yeah. Misspeaking leads to hilarious things. There was also this one thing, you know, worst case scenario where it's sort of like villain succeeds, kills everyone, blows up planet, laughing off in the spaceship, moment pause. Well, now what?
It's true.
So, you know, if you kill everyone, you could think of that, right? What exactly was someone trying to achieve? Lightning Ray, I love that. The worst possible ending? When they finally beat Satan. Wait, it flew up. Meh. Scroll up thing. Here we go. The worst possible ending. When they finally beat Satan, God decided he wanted a rematch. He's a high score hunter. The score this time wasn't high enough for him. Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible, but also hilarious. Character discovers severe bagel allergy. When the reader stops reading, how do I write this? Character. I suddenly have the feeling that I'm being ignored somewhere. 5 minutes left, guys. Two minutes. Only mergers are allowed here. Yes. Also, thank you, Pia. That's wonderful. Love the encouragement. Also, Jay, I'm sorry if it's distracting. I'm not sure if talking or not talking is good or bad. We like all input, but just everyone try to keep calm through it. People have different wants and needs. All right, that's time.
Woohoo!
So word count quotes. There are so many like awesome situations and funny things in this. Seriously, all the comments are great.
See what we have.
Yeah.
Ashley, you're writing! Oh my god! It was then that he knew the color was never going to come back. Ashley has a new puppy, everybody, and she's adorable. She wrote 179 words, and Ashley doesn't usually write, so yay!
That's interesting, Zenny. Really, the only free choice I've given you was really just the only choice I couldn't take away in my clingy haste. The choice to put down what you're currently reading. That's interesting. I like that. Zan Smith. Just remember, she started. When you're hurting, remember who loved you. I started to cry again. That's touching.
These great words.
These are all really great.
300, 344,
274, 272.
My god, somebody passed 15K. Yo, that's rad.
Oh,
That's like,
man.
you're like ahead of schedule even for like the 50,000. So like, rock on.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's doing great. Like, seriously. Just so great. I love everyone in this. This is so cool. So much energy.
Just like, I'm like so caught up in reading all of these.
Oh, yeah. So,
They're going by
yeah,
so fast.
Yeah.
I can't really get them. All right, let's move on
Yep.
to
all
our
right.
very last one. We're also
Very
running long
last.
today.
This is called the sacrifice. It's very common for a character to be asked to sacrifice something. In the words of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, to gain something, something of equal value must be lost. So this is a prompt to think about, what if that sacrifice never happened? So in the case of your hero, what if they never gave up that thing that they are asked to give, such as Peter Parker and his social life? You know, never being on time for anything, always having to lie to people. It severely damages his relations. What if that doesn't happen? What if Batman's parents never died? Are they happy with the outcome? Are they disappointed? Just, if that thing had never been lost, what could it have become?
And we're gonna start
Yep.
now.
Go! Good luck on your job interview, Julia. All right, so apparently the last prompt isn't written for some reason. It's the sacrifice, the one thing your characters have to sacrifice. What if they never had to give it up? Examples include Peter Parker's social life and Batman's parents. We will tell Tim that you miss him. And honestly, I have no idea what's so funny. They're all in the next room, and all I can hear is Tim laughing. So. Just under 3 minutes left, guys.
minute left.
Yep, well, like 45 seconds. Hannah, just Hannah Moore. Did Tim strip or something? Is this why we all love him? I have to tell him about this. He'll get a kick out of it. Alright, so that's time.
Bam!
Yeah, this was well, no, not surprisingly sad, but sad. Man, I have this one thing I love. It's maybe one day when her feet didn't twitch at the thought of the road and her face didn't turn into the wind, she would have returned to the ocean and the sailor boy who she thought she would be able to love. She would have spent her life without music in her ears, without longing for an unnamed something in her heart, without eyes that always went distant in the quiet. Fenrir thought that she would have been less for it, though. She wouldn't have been Elfric. It was maybe the greatest tragedy, he thinks, that in order for her to be all that she was, she had to be compelled to leave.
I like this one that I found. Everyone was glad that the charter buses had bathrooms, yet those bathrooms were the most unappealing bathrooms to be found on planet Earth, except the dirtiest porta potty. So relatable.
Oh yeah, so relatable.
They're so gross.
Sure, everyone has had an experience like that at some point. Okay, Andropax, what do I risk? Nothing. Perhaps your own self-satisfaction. Self-satisfaction is my most treasured personality trait. I love that. That's the kind of dialogue I wish I could write.
All right. So that concludes all of our prompts for today. Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Return for us next week, same time, 12:30 California time. I know it's very different time zones for all of you, but we thank you for sticking with us here at our 12:30. Also follow us on Twitter at NaNoInterns, and I update it like every day. So you'll get lots of reminders, and the Nano Intern, like the main one, updates a lot, and so does Nano Word Sprints. So if you can't wait till next week, Nano Word Sprints has so many great sprints and word prompts for you guys. I see people getting thousands and thousands of words every day.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So we have 2 quotes to finish with for y'all. I've never thought of my characters as being sad. On the contrary, they are full of life. They didn't choose tragedy. Tragedy chose them. It's Juliette Binoche.
And then the other one is, the effort to understand the universe is one of the very few things that lifts human life a little above the level of farce and gives it some of the grace of tragedy. Steven Winberg. All right, so happy writing, everyone.
Happy week 1.
Yeah, happy week run. Words, English. I'm so great at words. You can tell I'm a writer, can't you?
That's why we write and not speak.
Yeah. All right, well, have a great rest of camp. We will see you next week.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Until then, rock on.
Yeah, bye, everyone.